is one of the major international curricula offered in the country through its network of over 160 schools across India. As discussed in the overview of the K-12 education system, the IB system started out in 1968 and is a well-recognized education board. The International Baccalaureate Organization, which is the IBO, is a non-profit educational organization based in Geneva, Switzerland. The IBO offers high-quality programs of international education to a worldwide community of schools. IB is a curriculum where one can take a really wide variety of subjects and be extremely creative. Students who take the IB curriculum will develop independent thinking and drive self-learning, participate in educational programs that can lead them to some of the highest ranking universities of the world, increase their cultural awareness through developing skills in a second language, and engage with people in an increasingly globalized and rapidly changing world. So, what is so unique about the IB that sets it apart? Well, it all lies in its unique pedagogic approach. The IB curriculum enables students to develop strong academics, social and emotional characteristics. These are much needed in a rapidly developing world. Currently, the IB curriculum is being imparted to over 1.4 million students across the world, with India being one of the high-growth countries. As of 3rd September 2019, there are 6,812 programs being offered worldwide across 5,175 schools in 157 countries. Within India, there are over 160 IB schools with over a 40% yearly growth in schools looking to transition from other curricula to IB. With just 93 schools across the country in 2013, the IB board has witnessed a massive growth of over 73% by 2018. The IB curriculum offers 3 types of programs for its students. The PYP, which is the primary years program that is offered to students from kindergarten to grade 5. The MYP, which is the middle years program that is offered to students from class 6 to class 10. IBDP, students can take the diploma program in class 11 and 12. Since the PYP is offered only by a few select schools here in India, let's now take a look at the MYP program. The MYP, or the Middle Years program, is a 5-year program for students aged 11 to 16, that is for students from class 6 to class 10. The MYP is a challenging framework that encourages students to make practical connections between their studies and the real world. It helps students in developing skills for communication, intercultural understanding, and global engagement. These are considered the essential qualities for young students to develop a global outlook. The MYP also aims to help students develop an understanding about themselves and the community that they live in. The basic approach of the MYP program is the focus on learning how to learn. It has created several effective approaches to learning, which is also called ATL, which helps students in developing skills for communication, collaboration, organization, self-management, reflection, research, informational literacy, media literacy, creative and critical thinking, and transfer of learning. The curriculum. The MYP curriculum is designed to give a holistic development to students. The teachers take special care to inculcate the following things in the curriculum: context-based teaching and learning, conceptual understanding, approaches to learning, service as action, which is community service, language and identity. Through this, the students develop subject-specific and interdisciplinary understanding. The IB framework consists of, firstly, approaches to learning, helping students in developing skills for research, critical and creative thinking, communication, collaboration, and self-management, which would help them in effective learning. Secondly, key and related concepts, which is helping students explore the big ideas that matter. And thirdly, global context, which is helping students understand the relevance and importance of their study in the global context. This clearly explains that the curriculum of MYP is not restricted to books and classrooms. It follows a practical approach and trains students to implement what they have learned into their lives. The subjects offered by MYP are divided into 8 groups: language acquisition, languages such as Arabic, Chinese, Dutch, French, German, and Spanish; language and literature; individuals and societies such as geography, history, and integrated humanities; science such as biology, chemistry, and physics; mathematics such as mathematics and extended mathematics; arts, visual art, media, drama and music; physical and health education; and design such as digital design and product design. Every subject group should be taught for at least 50 hours every year. For students participating in the MYP e-assessment, the IB recommends 70 hours of guided learning each year in years 4 and 5. The last 2 years of the program are designed in such a way to allow subject group flexibility. This helps students to meet local requirements and personal learning goals. Ideally, students should take one subject each from the 8 subject groups. However, if the school offers a choice in years 4 and 5 of MYP, which are usually in classes 9 and 10, students can choose one subject from each of the following 6 subject groups in years 4 and 5. The choice must be from language and literature, language acquisition or second language, individuals and societies, mathematics, sciences, and one subject from arts, physical and health education, or design. Each year, students in the MYP also engage in at least one collaboratively planned interdisciplinary unit that involves at least 2 subject groups. This unit helps students in forming connections between the various subjects that they are studying and fuels their learning development. Another important feature of the MYP curriculum is the long-term project, also known as the personal project, which every student is required to complete. When students start this project, they decide what they want to learn about and identify what they already know and what more do they need to know in order to complete the project. Schools are free to design a flexible curriculum which meets local, national, and international requirements. Please refer to the reading material for more information on the projects in the MYP program. Assessments in MYP. The IB has introduced several new things in assessment. It has made it mandatory for the personal project to be moderated. There have also been changes made in the optional external assessment with the introduction of the new MYP e-assessment model for the students of MYP Year 5, which is Class 10. MYP e-assessment model comprises of examinations and coursework. There are 2-hour examinations in 4 subject groups: language and literature, sciences, mathematics, and individuals and societies. In the interdisciplinary learning, the exams are individually marked by IB examiners. And lastly, the portfolios made by students in the 4 subjects, which are language and literature, sciences, mathematics, and individuals and societies, are moderated by the IB examiners to meet the international standards. These assessments are designed in such a way that they focus on conceptual understanding and the ability to apply knowledge in complex and unfamiliar situations. The assessment and grading scheme in the MYP is a bit complicated. This complexity has risen because the MYP curriculum assesses the performance of the students in a very meticulous way. Every subject has several aspects of learning, and if a teacher wants to judge whether a student can perform well in that subject, they need to make sure that the student has understood all of its aspects. To do this, there are 4 objectives or criteria on which every subject is assessed. These criteria vary from subject to subject, but they basically help the teachers in assessing the performance of students in every aspect of the subject. In simpler words, to judge the performance of every subject, they are divided and assessed on 4 aspects which are called objectives. For example, John is a MYP student with physics as one of his subjects that he opted for. His teachers will have 4 objectives through which they can know whether John has understood all the aspects of physics. Every objective is assessed on a scale of 1 to 8. If the student does well in all objectives, then it means he has done well in the whole subject. The same is repeated for every subject. Grading. As mentioned earlier, students have to take a minimum of 6 subjects from 8 subject groups. Every subject is divided into 4 objectives. For every objective, the attainment value is 1 to 8. This means in every subject, a maximum of 32 attainment points can be earned. These values are then converted into the grade points for that particular subject, which starts from 1 and ends at 7, where 1 is the lowest and 7 is the highest. MYP assessments criteria are converted into term grades using the IB 1 to 7 scale in line with the DP grading system. For example, in the arts, the 4 assessment objectives are knowing and understanding marked between 1 and 8, developing skills marked between 1 and 8, thinking creatively marked between 1 and 8, and responding, which is marked between 1 and 8. Please refer to the reading material for more details on the grading system. If a student seeks a formal qualification at the end of the MYP program, they would have to take the E-assessments, after which they can get the IB MYP certificate. To earn the MYP certificates, students must complete 2-hour on-screen examinations in each of the following: language and literature, individuals and society, sciences, mathematics, and interdisciplinary learning. The student also needs to submit 2 e-portfolios, one e-portfolio in language acquisition and the other from any of the following, which is design, arts, or physical and health education. The student should also complete a moderated personal project and complete school-based expectations for community service. So, in other words, students seeking the MYP certificate must complete on-screen examinations in mathematics, language and literature, sciences, individuals and societies, and interdisciplinary learning, and e-portfolios coursework in language acquisition and physical and health education, arts or design. Finally, to receive the MYP certificate, students must achieve a total of at least 28 points with a grade of 3 or higher in each of the E-assessment component. This makes them eligible to receive the IB MYP certificate. The maximum total score for the IB MYP certificate is 56, with a grade from 1 to 7 assigned to each of the required E-assessments. A maximum of 7 points can be scored in every 5 E-assessments of the subjects chosen. Additionally, the interdisciplinary assessment can contribute up to 7 points and the personal project another 7 points. IBDP, International Baccalaureate Diploma Program. The diploma program is essentially for class 11 and 12. The IBDP curriculum is made up of the DP core and 6 subject groups. The first component, class requirements. All the subjects offered by the IB board in all the programs are divided into 6 groups. Group 1, studies in language and literature. Group 2, language acquisition, which includes modern and classical languages. Group 3, individuals and societies, which includes business management, economics, geography, history, psychology, and more. Group 4, sciences, which includes biology, physics, chemistry, computer science, design technology, and more. Group 5, mathematics. Group 6, arts, which includes dance, film, music, theatre, and visual arts. Students have to take one subject from each group from groups 1 to 5. The 6th subject can be either from group 6 or a substitute from one of the other groups. Students have to take 3 subjects at a higher level and 3 subjects at a lower level. The difficulty levels of the IB subjects are divided into higher level, which is HL, and standard level, which is SL. As the name suggests, the higher level of each subject delves into an advanced version and is tougher than the standard level. The second component is core. This is the second component needed to complete the IB diploma program. This is further divided into 3 parts. Theory of knowledge, which is known as TOK, extended essay, and creativity, activity, and service, which is known as CAS. Theory of knowledge. This is a subject that provides an opportunity for students to reflect on the nature of knowledge and on how we know what we claim to know. Extended essay. The extended essay is an independent, self-directed piece of research finishing with a 4,000-word paper. Creativity, activity, service. This is a 3-part project that forces students to get involved in extracurricular activities. IBDP marking scheme. The total score that a student can get in an IB diploma is 45. The maximum points for each subject is 7, and a student has to take 6 subjects in all, and that makes a total of 42. The theory of knowledge and extended essay components are awarded individual grades and collectively contribute up to 3 additional points towards the overall diploma score, making a total of 45 points. The remaining element in the DP core, which is the creativity activity service, does not contribute to the points total, but authenticated participation is a requirement for the award of the diploma. The extended essay is externally examined. Marks are awarded against a set of published criteria, both general and subject specific. The final extended essay grade and the final TOK grade are entered into the diploma points matrix to award a possible maximum of 3 extra points to be added to a student's diploma score. Candidates who fail to submit satisfactory work in either area will fail the diploma. Please refer to the reading material for the diploma matrix. Students need to score a minimum of 24 points to get an IB diploma. In case the student fails to do so, he gets an IB certificate instead of the IB diploma. In case a student fails to submit the TOK, EE, or the CAS but meets the minimum score requirement of 24 points, he would not be awarded the IB diploma but would receive the IB certificate. If the student wishes to take a subject again, he or she can do so and improve the grades. The global pass rate for IB diploma is about 80%. Exams are scheduled twice a year, once in November and then in May. Following are the approximate grade scales used by the IB. When it comes to assessments, there are 2 kinds, external and internal. Some assessment methods include portfolios, written essays, studio work, experimental work, oral commentaries, as well as written exams, and are tailored for different learning styles. Here's a quick fact check. In most Indian universities, admissions are over by mid-June. However, the IBDP results are declared only by July 6th. While overseas universities grant admission on the basis of predicted grades, most Indian universities require the final mark sheets issued by the board. Mumbai University issues provisional statement of eligibility certificates to IB students, which facilitates admission of students to various colleges and professional institutions affiliated to the university. Of late, the acceptance of IB students has increased among Indian universities. That's great news for IB students. IBDP is globally recognized and has received recognition from the Association of Indian Universities, that is AIU. The Association of Indian Universities rates IB at par with other grade 12 CISE, CBSE and state boards. The IB issues Indian equivalent percentages for the IBDP grades to those students who intend to apply for Indian universities. Also, IB students won't face any problems while appearing for engineering, medicine, management and law entrance exams in India. IBDP students from various schools have gained admission to leading colleges such as Let's take a look at the advantages and disadvantages of the IB curriculum. Advantages. The IB, especially the diploma program, is a challenging program and fosters the need to think outside the box. Emphasis is on concepts and individualized research rather than on memorizing facts to achieve 100% marks. The extended essay is externally examined. Marks are awarded against a set of published criteria, both general and subject specific. To enable students to deal with the changes coming from Indian Educational Board to IB, many schools have an initial orientation program that familiarizes them with the requirements of the board. Disadvantages. With exams in May and results coming out in July, the IB curriculum may not be conducive to apply for many local colleges. The predicted scores that schools give out in March or April may or may not be accepted by some colleges. That's all about IB. Despite a few shortcomings related to university admissions, the curriculum offers a wide range of opportunities for students. The unique pedagogic approach and emphasis on strong academics, social and emotional characteristics make IB stand out from the rest. Don't forget to go through the reading material for more information on IB. Bye for now and see you in the next section.